So let's pop into Vim and learn how to quit, because I feel like this is the most important thing that I might teach you all day today. So let's clear here. So again, you can type VI or VIM. I'm going to type Vim just because I'm sure someone's going to yell at me that VI and VIM are not the same thing. And I'm going to say Vim text file, which is the file that I was just editing with Nano, right? So you can see this is the same thing here, just in Vim instead of in Nano. Now the hard thing about Vim is it doesn't really give you visual cues of what you can do and where you are. And that can be really tough, whereas Nano is pretty good about showing you the shortcuts at the bottom. So the first thing I want to teach you is how to quit Vim. So the first thing is that Vim has multiple different modes, right? So you can be in interactive mode, you can be in command mode, and umpteen million more different kinds of modes. We saw in X mode as well, right? So the first thing, if you hit escape and you hit it a couple times, you'll probably get back to command mode, which is where you want to be. Right now we're already in command mode, so we don't need to hit escape. And then if you hit :Q, that's how you quit Vim, right? So that's just important to know up front. I feel like if you're going to go in a door, you want to know how to get back out the door. And if you don't know, it's going to be like a little bit panic-inducing, right? So you can go into Vim and know that you can always get to the exit. Like I remember literally when I was working at my first job and I did not know how to use Vim, whenever it popped up for like a git merge message or something like that, I would just close the terminal because I didn't know how to quit Vim. So that's the first thing. :Q, that'll get you out of there. Sometimes it'll say like you have unsaved changes and not let you quit. If you hit :Q!, that'll let you quit no matter what. That's like, I don't care about saved changes, just abandon ship. Okay? So that's the first thing, know how to quit Vim. I feel like we're all better people already. So let's go back into it. Let's actually learn how to use Vim a little bit, because for the most part, if I have the choice between Nano and Vim, I know enough about Vim that I feel okay to write a bit in Vim. So right now I'm in command mode. Command mode allows you to run various different commands, right? So like one that I know all the time, if I hit :D, that's actually just going to delete the line that I'm on, right? So there's a bunch of these kind of different commands. I'm not going to show you very many of them because I don't know very many of them. But like, for example, if I wanted to delete all the lines up here, I could go to the top line and say D, 100, which would delete the next 100 lines, and it would delete everything in the file. So that's one of the commands. Again, there's a great many more, and I'm sure someone says like, well, if you just, hit, :Q 15 times 7, that would have, deleted all those particular lines and you wouldn't have had to move your cursor so much. I know. If you want to learn Vim, don't learn it from me. But, okay. So now I want to get into interactive mode, or I want the ability to type now. So if I hit I, or insert mode rather, not interactive, this will drop me into typing mode, right? Where I can say, this is Brian. We're typing in Vim now. This is so much fun, right? So that's insert mode. And now I'm done typing. If I hit escape, this will drop me back into command mode. And now I can hit :W, and that will save it. So that's what :W does. And then I can hit :Q, and I'm done and I'm out. Okay? So get back in here one more time. You can also just, like, frequently what I'll do is I'll come in here, I'll, write some more stuff. And if you want to write and quit all at the same time, which is usually what I do, you can do :W, Q, all done, and then that both wrote and quit it all at the same time. Okay? So that's really about all I'm going to show you about Vim. I don't think we really need to get much more into it than that. There's plenty of good course material out there on Vim if you want to become like a Vim expert. But for now, this should be enough of a tutorial that you're not afraid of Vim anymore. The last thing I will show you, one, there's a website called, I think it's called VIM Adventures. Yeah, so if you go to VIM Adventures, you can just Google that. And there's also a link in the course notes. That's like a really fun way of like learning Vim. And then if you also do help tutor like this will drop you into a Vim tutor that will actually walk you through of how to learn Vim. So despite the fact that they're like Vim people love to tell you how much they love Vim, they're also a very nice community and they want people to learn Vim, so there's a lot of good resources out there as well. Last thing I'm going to show you, if you're still having trouble quitting Vim after all this, because there's still some weird places you can get in, if you put :QA exclamation point, this will always get you out 100% of the time. I don't even remember what the A does. I think it just says like, I don't care, just blow everything up, right? Just get me the hell out of here. It's like the nuclear bomb of like, I want out, right? So that's a good one to keep in mind as well. The last one that I feel like I need to talk about is Emacs, right? Like you can't mention Vim without someone like peeking in like around the corner. It's like, hey, what about Emacs, right? The reason why I'm not showing you Emacs is there's no reason that you'll ever be thrust into Emacs that you didn't mean to get into Emacs, as far as I know, right? Like it's not normally installed by default in most Linux distros, so it's out there. It's another text editor. Like I know my coworker Nina Zakharenko uses Emacs and swears by it. It seems like it's a good text editor. I've just never been thrust into it, and I showed you Nano and Vim because you will be thrust into those, right? And you do have to know how to use those at least a little bit. So that's why we're not talking about Emacs today, is because you don't have to learn Emacs. You can learn it if you want to. And so suffice to say, I don't know anything about Emacs because I've never had to learn anything about it.